Dr. Karthikeyan, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we will start sharply at 2 p.m., sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, one and all. It is my immense pleasure to be here to welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. K. Karthikeyan, Associate Professor of Electrical and Electronic Engineering Department, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam, Virudunagar District, Tamil Nadu, India. And my dear participants from all over India, I warm welcome once again to participate in this FDP, today's FDP. I humble request to our faculty, Dr. S. Kalavadi, to introduce our today's chief guest, Dr. K. Karthikeyan.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I'm so glad to give the introduction about Dr. K. Karthikeyan. It's my privilege to introduce our resource person, Dr. K. Karthikeyan, Associate Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Ramco Institute of Technology, Rajapalayam. He completed his PhD at Kalasilingam University in the year 2017. His research work has many concentration on generation expansion planning, evolutionary computation, machine learning, and deep learning. He has published more than 20 research papers and 10 conferences at national and international level. He has one international patent and 2 national patents. He is also having 500 projects, one of which is completed. He has delivered more than 24 guest lectures. On behalf of our department and Rajapalayam Rogers College, I welcome you, everybody, and I welcome you, sir.
Dr.
Thank you, ma'am.
Karthikeyan, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, yes. Go ahead. Go
Yes, sir.
ahead.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please share your screen, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing. Just I am sharing my screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is it visible, sir? Now?
Visible, sir. Visible, sir. Please
Okay, sir.
show your front page, sir.
Yes, sir. Is it visible now, sir?
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Raja sir for inviting me for taking this webinar. Then I thank our management and the management of Rajapalayam Rogers College for creating this avenue to interact with all of you. Then I thank my friends for helping me to create this PPT and all. So with the thanks notes, I just wanted to deliver my lecture. And before that, I just wanted to know the audience. And I have a simple question. It is for only to know the knowledge of the audience, how far they are comfortable with using the mentoring. And my first question is, how many of you have already used the reference manager for your research purpose? You can put it in the chat box. And if you have used any of the reference manager, you can name the reference manager in the chat box so that I can know how many of you are familiar with it. Anybody used? Okay, I'm not getting any feedback. Means that nobody has used. Can I take it like that? Nobody has used reference manager for your research purposes. Okay, then I can start from the basics and I can explain how the reference manager can be used for writing the papers and the thesis and everything. And not only for writing the papers, and it can be used for organizing your reference material, reference research materials, online as well as offline. Okay. Just I'm going back to my PPT.
Sir, please share your screen, sir. It's not visible.
I have shared my entire screen. I have shared my entire screen. Now it is visible, sir?
No, sir.
Now?
It's visible, sir. It's visible.
Okay.
Dr. Raja, probably you may pin that slides of Dr. Karthikeyan sir's slides. So then probably you might see.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Actually, Mentally is the reference manager developed by the Elsewhere. We all know that Elsewhere is the giant in research journal publications. It is a completely free management tool, reference management tool. We can easily create an account in Elsewhere, and we can download the Mentally. We can use it for our own research purposes. And my slides are very limited. I want to do a hands-on training so that the people can actively participate in the webinar. So if you are participating through the mobile, then you can have a laptop and you can parallel do what I am doing in my system. Or otherwise, you can follow my presentation and you can take the snapshots of the presentations. Later on, you can try it on your own with your own account. So this is the agenda what I am going to follow. So it is very simple. First, I want to tell you what is mental aid and why to use the mental aid, then how to use the mental aid. Then in how to use the mental aid, I have clubbed my presentation into 4 different areas. I want to explain how to register and download the mental aid software. Then what is the interface available in the mental aid software? What are the features that are available in the mental aid interface? Then in third, I want to tell you how to add the references to the library. Then finally, how to insert the citations in the work. Right? So these are all my major agenda. Then we will go on further dividing the how to use the mental aid process in further steps. Yeah, what is mental aid? Mental aid basically it is a reference manager allowing you to manage, read, share, annotate, and cite your research papers. So we can add our research reference materials to the library. So whenever we want, we can retrieve it and we can use it for our research writing purposes. And we can share it with our colleagues. And while we are referring the paper, we can annotate it and we can add the notes to the paper, and later on we can refer to the notes. And we can cite the paper on our research papers. Not only with Word, we can use it with the LaTeX also. We can integrate mental aid tool with the Word as well as LaTeX. So automatically we can cite the references in our research papers. So all are possible with the mental aid. And not only that reference manager, it is academic collaboration network. So once if you are creating a free account with elsewhere, you are eligible to collaborate with academic network people. There are 4 million users are available, and you can find your like-minded researchers, and you can collaborate with them. Then you can discover the research trends and what is going on in your area. So it is a very good academic collaboration. The network is available when we are creating the mental aid account. And we are forming a very crowd-sourced database, and it is having a unique layer of social research information, and there are so many APIs are available to automate our process. So it is a large amount of databases available so that we can collect that information and we can use it for our own research. Basically, it is a reference manager, but it has a lot of add-on features. So it is a free academic software. Of course, there are certain limitations are there. The storage space provided for us will be 2 GB when we are paying for a free academic software resource. But 2 GB is more than enough for storing our reference papers. Nobody is going to have more than 2 GB of reference paper for writing your research. I hope so. Largely, if you are writing as one research paper, largely you will be referring some 10 to 15 reference articles. So if you store that one, it will come around 20 MB to 30 MB. That's all. So if you have a vast amount of research articles with you, then you can go for extra storage for the limited paper. So that is also possible, but largely 2 GB is more than sufficient for storing our research article. So all other features are free. So how we are integrating with other softwares, and how we are importing the references, how we are storing the references, how we are organizing the references, all those interfaces, all those plugins, all are free. There is no charges for it. The only thing is that we have a limited storage that is of 2 GB, but 2 GB is more than sufficient. Then the mentally is a cross platform. So mentally can be used in Windows, mentally can be used in Mac operating system, Linux operating system, we have mobile, and we have online sources. So we can have it in a desktop. So it is a cross platform. So whenever you do the change in one particular place, automatically it will be reflected in all of the places. Suppose if you are changing the content in desktop, say for example, I am annotating one file in desktop version, automatically it will be reflected in the online library. So whenever I'm using the mobile platform, then also it will be reflected. So all are cross-platform, and all are interlinked. Then it can be used in all major browsers. So whatever the browsers we have, all the major browsers we can use it, and all the plugins are available as extensions for all other browsers. Say for example, mostly we are going to use Firefox or Google Chrome. So both have an extension for this mentally. So we can use that extensions and we can use the plugins. So that is an advantage with the mentally. And almost I used in online movie. So that is the most easier way nowadays. So whatever I will do, I will connect it to the internet and I will use it in online. So that kind of approach I am following while I am doing it in my own researches. And I have a Microsoft 365 free user provided for the academic purposes. So whenever I'm writing the papers, I will use it in online. So I don't have any installed softwares in my system. So that is the trend everybody is following. So it will be easier for us to use it in the process. Then mentally there is a 3 key values are there. First one is it is a reference manager. So when we are saying it is a reference manager, it increases the researcher's productivity. So automatically we can cite it. So no more manual citings. So there are so many advantages are there when we are going for a reference manager. Then it is creating a research network, not only with our peers. Suppose we are a team of 5 people or 6 people are working on a particular area. So we can form a private groups and we can share the materials and knowledges in a private group. Not only that private group, there are large network is available elsewhere. We can find out the group of people where like us, I mean, what we are forming a private group, maybe in some other country, maybe working on in the same area. That group also we can connect with them. Then we can collaborate with them and we can share the knowledge and we can share the journal articles and even we can share our programs and codings also. That is also possible with mental. Then there are a large amount of research data is available. There are so many APIs are available. APIs like the Python codings where we can automate it. So we can get the data and we can get the statistics of it. Like suppose if I am using on machine learning, I'm working on machine learning. Suppose I want to know one particular topic, like any particular topic, how many of them are using it? How many researchers are working on that area? How many papers are published on last month? So all those data we can get it from mental. And the latest publications also will be available on the library. Of course, if you want to download the paper, we must be having we should have a paid account, but at least we can get the metadata from the mental abstract, who has published, and what is the authors, what is the title. So those basic informations we can get it from mental library. So these 3 key values are added values to the mental, right? Then why we want to use the mental, right? So I have a couple of slides only. I don't want to bore you. I know very well that after lunch, if I am going for a lot of slides, it will be boring. So after this, we will go on to the hands-on session. So why we want to use the mental? So main points I have listed over here. So we can access our reference paper from anywhere online. So any place we can access our reference paper. Of course, we can store it in the offline also. And wherever we make changes in any place, suppose if I am in my college, if I am using my mentally online and making changes, and in my home, if I am using the offline. So once if I am switching on my system and connecting to the network, in background, mentally will change all the changes what I have made in my college. So that is the future, we have it in mentally. So no need to do any synchronization, no need to worry about what are the changes we have made in the college. All the changes will be happen in the home also. So that is a beauty of the mentally. Then we can save a lot of our time. So we don't have any manual citing. We don't know worry about any format. So whatever the format they are giving, we can simply change the format. Automatically, our references will be changed. So a lot of time we can save. Then we can ensure that 100% our references are correctly formatted. No need to check, cross-check it. If you want it in APA, it will give it in APA. If you want to give it in IEEE, it will give it in IEEE. And if you want to change it from one format to another format, it will do. Automatically, it will do. You select it, it will change it, and it will change it in all the places of your references, in all the places of your paper. So that is the beauty of the Mendeley. Then we can store our research articles in an organized manner, and we can share the articles with our team members and research collaborators. Then we can import the paper from other research softwares and much more. Not only from the other research softwares, from the internet also we can import it and we can store it. So there are a lot more features are available. So if you are exploring the Mendeley features, it is limitless. So the time is limitless, it will go on. Right? All these things are the why we want to use it Mendeley. Then how to use Mendeley? Now for this one, I don't want to go by the slides. I will go to the hands-on session. We will do one by one. How to register and install Mendeley, and we will do one by one. Whether my browser is visible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So you can go to the Google. So I'm coming from first line. Just I'm going to the Google. Then in the Google bar, I'm typing the Mendeley. So if I type Mendeley, it will go to the place and first it will tell you Mendeley reference management software. So if I click on that one, this interface will come. So in this interface, I already have an account in elsewhere. If I don't have an account in elsewhere, I have to create an account. So if I can click on this create account will take me to the elsewhere page. So I have to create an elsewhere account. It is completely free. It is completely free. And one more added advantage is that how many percentage paper you have published, that also will get populated in it. So you can create it. But since I have already created my account, so I'm just entering my password, so it will go there. Otherwise, we have to create an account over here. Then I can sign in over here. Then if I want to download my offline software, I can go with this. So if I download here, it will ask you for the download now for Windows. It will automatically detect our operating system. Based on that operating system, it will give you that. So I have a Windows operating system, so it is giving download now for Windows. I can download it for the Mac operating system. I can download it for the Linux also. Now, apart from that, we may be needing of two more plugins. One is Web Importer and another one is Mendeley site. We will do how to do that. So these two we can download it. Right? I hope we can see the download section. First one is for the software, and another one is for the Web Importer, and third one is for the citation plugin. I have installed all the three. You can do it. You can do it. It's quite simple. You can download it and click, it will install. No problem at all. Then it's the same way for the Web Importer also. You click on the Web Importer, it will ask you for the Web Importer for the Chrome. Again, it will detect your browser. Accordingly, it will give you. So if it is a Firefox, it will give you get Web Importer for the Firefox. If it is Internet Explorer, it will give you Web Importer for the Internet Explorer. So whatever the browser we have, that will be detected and it will give you. I have already installed over here. That plugin is available here. Can you see it here at the right corner? Mendeley symbol at the red color. This is the Web Importer, right? So that we can download it. And the third one is citation plugin. So the citation plugin, I can go for it. So my Mendeley site, if I click it one, it will take me to the Microsoft Office. So here it will take me to it, and I can go for get it now. Already I have installed it, so I'm not going for it. If I click this get it down, automatically it will install. So again, I want to stress one point over here. This Mendeley site will work in Microsoft Word 2016 and afterwards. Before 2016, suppose if I have Microsoft Word 2010, it will not work. Right? So that is a limitation. So after 2016, Microsoft Word 2016, or 2019 or 2021 or Microsoft 365. In all other cases, it will work. Earlier to 2016, it will not. So I already installed this one. I'm not doing it again, but it is quite easy to install. You just click on this. It will ask you for the Microsoft login password. Right? If you don't have a Microsoft login password, you can create it. It is free. Again, it is a free, you can create it. So if you create it with your official ID, again, I'm repeating, if you are creating with your official ID, you will get Microsoft 365 for free. So this is my Microsoft 365. I created with my official ID. So this is 365 free. All other word features, what we have, we can use it as a free. Right? So no need to pay any money, no need to crack anything. So Microsoft is giving as a free. So we can create it. Right? So it will have all the apps. It will have Excel, it will have PowerPoint, it will have to-do list. So all are free. We can get OneDrive of 1 TB is free. You can use it for this. Teams is free, all are free. But only thing is that you have to use it with your official ID. So create Microsoft ID, link your official ID with your Microsoft ID, then you can get this as a free. Right? So I am using it for this demonstration. So it will be easier for me to seamlessly integrate online apps. So if I go with online and offline, it will be quite difficult, time consuming. So I'm using it in online. Right. Okay. Now I can go with sign in. I'm going in with the sign in. So this is the point I want to stress it out. So register your account and install Mentally. It is quite simple. Even if you are not installing Mentally, no issues. You can use it with the online. Online 100% you can use it. If you want, you can install your Mentally. Right? Then after installation, how it will look like, how the interface it will look like, that we will see it afterwards. Right? So I'm logging in. So I'm logging in with my password. Just I have given the sign in, and it will take to my this page, right? I'm going to my library. Just I clicked on my library. Again I'm doing it. So I'm clicked on my library. Just I clicked on my library. It took me to this page, right? This is the Mentally interface. Even if you are downloading the software and installing it, the same interface, you can see it in the offline also. The way it looks and what are the colors it is using, everything will be similar to this. Similar to this, you will get it in offline also. Right? So this is the interface we are getting for the Mentally. So I purposefully made my library as an empty to show you how to add the articles in the library. All my library I have made a backup. So afterwards I will make it again. So purposefully I will make it as an empty library, right? So this is the library interface. So here we can add my articles. Then these are all the various tabs. We can see it over here. This is the recently added one, and this is recently deleted. And this is favorites. So all those things we will see how to add the favorites and everything. Then this is my publications. Here I can add my publications, which is available in the Scopus website. Once if you create a Mentally reference account, elsewhere account, and if you open the Mentally reference manager, and if you refresh it, and if you start using it for quite some time, automatically your publications will come and sit over here, right? Once if it starts over here, it will ask you for the Scopus profile. You just click to your Scopus profile and link your Scopus profile with this. Then there is no need to track your Scopus profile. All your Scopus publications will come over here. All your Scopus profile score will come over here. The catch index, all these things will become over here. You can see it from here itself. So that is another advantage of using this Mentally. Right. Then this is the interface. We will see one by one. The collections are for making a group of journal articles into different collections, then groups for making collaborations with your research team. So we will do one by one, how to create it and everything, we will do one by one. This is the interface I just wanted to tell you. Then, how to add the reference data to the meta-link. So that is my next point. Just how to add the reference data to the meta-link. Then how to add the references manually. Then how to add the references to the identifiers. Then how to add the references to the PDF article. Then how to use the web imported. Then how to use the meta search. So one by one we will see. Right? So this is the way. Suppose I want to add a reference to my library. How to do that? There are a number of ways are there. So around 6 to 7 ways are there. So I will teach you one. I will tell you one by one so that you can follow. Suppose if I want to add through a file. So I am adding through a file. So add new. I am taking from the computer. Then where I have my files, my research papers or references, there I have to go. Then I can take the paper and I can add it over here. So if I give a open, it will upload it to that library. Then it will look over here. Right? So I got a PDF file, just I added over here. So my file has been added to the library. Right? So this column will give me all my references. And if I am clicking on recently added, so recently added files will come over here. Say, for example, I'm using for 10 days. On the 11th day, I'm adding some 10 number of papers. Right? All the references, all the 11-day references will be available. So if I'm going for recently added, I can get it for the 11th day data. So that is a way we can go for it. Then in all references, if I am clicking on this, all the metadata will come. Simply I added the file. I have not written anything over here. I have not written anything over here. All the metadata, all the identifiers took. Right? So this is the way we can organize our reference materials over here. Not only a single file. Suppose if I am add now and files from the computer, and I can select everything at a one go. I can click Control A, I can add all, then I can open and I can get it all the things added over here. So slowly it will go. Just like that it will add. Just it depends on your internet speed. If you have a high speed network, fraction of second it will complete. So I have added level reference files, all the references added within 2 minutes. It started at 1424, at 1426 it started. So just it took 2 minutes. Right? With all the metadata, it will be available. See, this is not having any metadata, so that is why it is not showing over here. Right? But the journal articles definitely will have a metadata, so it will take it over here. Right? So this is a way to add manually from the computer. So far, any doubt on this? Whether my speed is okay or I want to slow down? Any feedback? Yeah, Siva Permal has raised that hand. May I know any queries, sir? Whether my speed is okay? Are you able to follow? Any feedback, please?
Screen.
Okay, right. What is metadata? Metadata is, suppose if we have...
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
No, it is... Okay, just a minute. Is it visible now, sir? Yeah. One question is there, what is metadata? So the metadata is, suppose if we have a file, one journal article, that journal article title, where it is published, URL the authors, when it is published. So all these things are called metadata. So this is the title of this particular journal paper, and this is the abstract. And the DOI number is this one, ISSN number is this one, Scopus ID is this is the ID. So all these things are called as metadata, right? So all informations will be automatically captured and it will be used. Yeah, thank you. Right. Now, okay. So this is the way to add the article, and I can add it with many ways. Suppose if I want to add by manual, suppose I want to add it by manual, right? So suppose I have, I'm searching on the Google, just I want to go for any topic. Say for example, I'm going for measurement, which is quite easier for you to understand rather than going for my domain journal, domain journal papers. I'm going for the common journal papers. Suppose I'm going for measurement, right? Rather, I will go for the scholar.google.com. That is that we can get our. That's something. Yeah. Here I am searching for machine learning. Right. So here I'm going for this paper where I'm getting the DOI number. So there will be DOI number for each and every journal article will be available. So this is my DOI number. I'm selecting my DOI number over here. So this is my DOI number. I'm selecting the DOI number over here. Then I'm coming to the reference manager. I'm clicking on this DOI number and I'm giving the search. Yeah, it is simply tell you that metadata forms were successfully populated, right? So if I give add entry, automatically that paper will come over here, machine learning trends, perspectives and prospects. So this is the paper what we have seen over there. But this is the way to enter it. Again, suppose if I don't know the DOI number, I don't have the DOI number, then you can enter it to the manual, but it is very painful for many of the people. If you have to select the journal article, then we have to do the title manually, and we go to the authors one by one. So we got to add the author and journal name, and here when it is published, everything we got to enter manually. Of course, sometimes what will happen, there may be some conference proceedings where there is no DOI number. That time we have to enter manually. There is no other option, right? So this is the way how we can enter manually our references to it. Then there is another way we can import it. I think there is a question in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Right. Then suppose I am I'm just doing for import library. I have some other format of references. Say for example, I have a BibTeX is one of the format for bibliography in LaTeX. If I have it, I can import it. Similar way, I have EndNote XML. EndNote is another reference manager which was given by the Thomson Reuters, SCA in South Korea. That SCA we have one EndNote. That EndNote, if we have that XML format, we can do it. Then RIS format, we can do it. Generally, BibTeX we can get it from the Google Scholar also, right? So we can have Google Scholar. We can export it. Suppose we are going for my profile or my library. So we can select all that article at a stretch, make it as a BibTeX, and we can add it. And here also we can get the BibTeX value, right? Here it is there, BibTeX. We can, if I click on this BibTeX, this file metadata will be stored as BibTeX. That BibTeX we can add it, right? So I'm taking this BibTeX. This can be added to it. So that is the way we can add it in the reference manager. Generally, we have, if we have thousands of files to be added, it is better way to do it with QuickBooks because it will do it in a fraction of a second. So this is the way to add the articles. And as I told you, suppose if I am going for this recently added will be coming as first. Since we are doing it a simple day, all are coming over. Right? Otherwise, the latest addition will be coming at this place. Then recently read. So I have not read any papers in the reference manager. Right? So here, if you look at this point, there are so many green dots are there. So all these green dots are telling that all these papers are unread by the user. So if I click on this, here there is no file is available. Sometimes we may have a file also. Say for example, take this one, and we have a file included, so it is showing read. Right? If the file is available, it will show read. So if I click on this file will be open at the inbuilt PDF reader. Right? So it is an inbuilt PDF reader inside the Mentalab. So it is opening that file. Right? So I am closing this one, and you see how this library is changing. The library interface is changing. Here there is no green dot. Why there is no green dot? Because just now I have opened that file and I have read that file. Right? So if I open and read it, then that green dot will go away. Right? Then, okay, again I am opening it. Right? Just I want to read it and I want to annotate it. So I am reading this. I found that some of the points are very important, which I have to use it for my papers while I am writing my paper. So those things I can highlight it over here. Say for example, I have found the definition for the GEP. So I have found the definition for the GEP. Now this GEP I can highlight. So there is a highlighting button. And I can have a different colors also. Right? So I can change the colors over here. Green. Right? So some points may be supporting our research, so that I can change it to the green color. Right? So I can highlight it. And some points may be not supporting our research findings. So we have to further look into it, that we can change it to the red color. Right? These type of annotations we can do. Once if we close this file, all these modifications will be synchronized. Here there is a synchronized button, we can synchronize this. Right? Whenever we open this file, all these annotations, all these highlights will be available. Right? Not only in this device, but also in any device we are logging in and opening. So that is the beauty of it. And we can add the notes also. Say for example, so here I am selecting this, I want to add the note. Right? So I'm just selecting on this. Just I'm selecting on this. It will give you my option for adding a note over here. Right? So add a note to it. So I can add the note to at this point. Right? So new page created. Just you type your notes. So this paper, this reference paper, I need to explore. Right? So if I do it, it will be adding it over there. So whenever I come back and click on this, that note will be open. Right? So this is the way we can organize our research material. We can have annotate our highlight our papers. Later on, we can refer this. And somebody has asked a question on the chat box. Yeah, like sticky notes. Like sticky notes in the PDF, here we can do it. Yeah. Now this is the way. Then I just go into the we have added manually, we have added using identifier, we have added the PDF file. Then I'm going for how to go for web importer. Then I will go for the how to go to the meta search. First I will go for web importer. So for web importer, we need to install this web importer plugin. So while you are going for it, first time it will ask you for login in. So if I am clicking on that, yeah, if I am clicking on that, it will ask you for the logging in. Then we can import to this. Just a minute. I don't know why it is not. Just. We can import the file for the. Yeah, just a simple refresh. Once I am clicking on that web importer, again I tell you it should be installed separately. After installation, first time it will ask you to sign in. You need not to do anything. You open the reference manager in the other tab and click on this mentally web importer. It will automatically log in. Yeah. Now, what it is doing, you just check it out. I have opened the Google Scholar. I searched my materials. How many research articles are available here? All are showing here, right? Not only the metadata, but also the PDF file is also taken up. Look at here, machine learning PDF is available. Machine learning algorithms of the PDF is available. Here, machine learning PDF is available, right? Okay. Now, what I can do is, at a single click, what are all the things we want? I can add it. So here I'm taking click, then click, whatever the files I want, I'm just clicking on it, right? Just for demonstration, I'm selecting 3. You can select as many as you want. Even you can select 50 files at a stretch. You can add it to the mentally reference manager. It will do it in a second, right? I'm adding it to the mental. Just it is showing adding. And I'm going to the reference manager. Here you can look at over here. All the things are coming at this place. 3 I have given. Machine learning. Here it is there. Machine learning is over, right? And again, the beauty of this one is not only your information, but also your file also will come. Right? It is a book written by 2 authors. So it will be available here. You can open it and see it. That is a beauty. Right? Book review it is. The PDF file also will be getting downloaded and saved in your file image. So no need to do manually one by one. So what are the references you feel it is suitable for us? You can select it by one. You can tick mark it and input. That's all. So this is the beauty of and the feature of that web importer. This web importer is available for all the browsers. Even it is available for the Internet Explorer also. Right? So this is the way we can do it with the web importer. Then another is how to do it with the mental search. How to add the article with the mental search. So for that, I'm going to the mental aid. Right? So here there is a button called mental aid. Mental simple logo is available. If you click on that one, in the next tab, there is the page opened over here. And here my library, my login spaces are available. Now I can search the article here. Suppose I'm going again with the deep learning. Okay, just I'm typing a deep learning and I'm searching on it. So it will show you what are all the references available for this. Right? So you can do it, adding it to the library from here itself. Right? I feel this is okay and it will be useful for me. Simply I can click on this add to library. Now, if I come to the library, it will be available. Right? So there is a vast amount of papers are available, journals. Suppose if I take the deep learning, so 236,370 journals are available. So out of which, whatever I feel, I can add it over here. So example, deep learning aptitude, if I want to add it, so I can add it over here, and it will come over. Right? So there is a library is available in the Google. You can download it, you can add it to your Google. And here, generally the people will misunderstood that the PDF file is also will be added. No, the PDF file will not be added over here. Externally, we going to download the PDF file and we can add it. So that is limitations of using mental library, Google library. But when we are going for Google Scholar, directly that's Google Scholar. When we are using a web importer, all the PDF files will be automatically downloaded and added to the library. So this is there is a difference between these two. And so far, is there any clarifications or doubts or any feedback? Or you want to slow down my speed, or it is okay? Is it okay? Can I go forward further? Or any clarifications up to this stage? Okay, then. Right. Now we can see the features available over here. How we can use this interface, right? And as I told you, this is recently added. The recently added will be coming at the top. And recently read, what are the files I have read? Only that will be available here. Then coming to the favorites. So how to add the favorites, right? It's quite simple. Suppose if I feel this machine learning algorithm review, this paper is very, very important for my research because it is a base paper. If I feel like that, I can add this one as a filter. Just the star button is there. You go to the star button and click on it. Right? Once you click on it, the synchronization will do a synchronization, and this will be marked as a favorite. That's it. Quite simple. Right? If I go to the favorites, that file alone will come over here. Right? So whatever the files I want to make it as a favorite one, I can do it here. Suppose if I want to do it this system expansion planning, simply I click on this, and after synchronization, the synchronizing, you can see it here. After synchronization, if I go to favorites, so these two will be favorites. If I want to remove from the favorites also, I can do it. Just I click on this, it will go away. Again, there is a synchronization, I can come to this one. Right? So this green color is for whether I read the file or not, and the star is for whether it is my favorite file or not. Right? Then my publications, I already told you. If you have a elsewhere account, if you have a Scopus profile, automatically that Scopus profile will be added to this reference manager. So I can click on this client Scopus profile. It will take to my Mantele universe. Then it will ask you to list out my names, and here it is showing me. And if I am clicking its speed, all my publications will come over here. Right? All my publications will come over here. I'm not doing it now because already I have linked my Scopus profile to my personal ID. This is my official ID, personal ID. All my publications are stored over there. So I don't want to do it now. But you can do it. It's quite simple. You click on this client profile, it will go take you to that elsewhere database, Scopus database, and it will list out your name. And you confirm that it is yours. You click on this, it's me. Automatically, your publications will come over here. It will be listed like this one. It will be listed like this one. Okay. Right? It's quite simple. It's quite simple. Okay. Then, and how to identify the duplicates? If I have a duplicates, it will be listed over here. Here there are duplicates. Two duplicates are there. I can delete any one of it. I can delete any one of it. So if I delete that one, that will be available in the trash. Already it is into trash. I can finally permanently I can delete it also. Suppose if I go for the duplicates, so duplicates, 2 files are there in the duplicates. So I am taking this one, I am deleting it. So I deleted it. Now if I go for the duplicates, it will not be available. Right. And one more feature I want to tell you. Suppose these are my reference papers. Just I want to drag and drop this. Just to drag it and go to here and go to the reference manager. Just to drop it. It will take it. No problem. Right. Once if it is taken out, immediately it will tell you whether it is a duplicate or not. Yeah, another feature of Mendeley. So no need to strike your head. Where is the duplicate? Already if that same file is available, if you are adding one more time, immediately it will say it is a duplicate. And it will ask you to review the duplicates. So if you go to the review the duplicates, it will show you. Okay, already you have added this one and again you are adding this one. And it will tell you the time also. You have added on this date and this time. And now you are adding on this date and this time. What do you want to do with it? Then you can delete it wherever, whichever you want. Just you can, that's it. Then again, if you click on this, there will be no duplicates. It will take a fraction of a second to the synchronization. Once the synchronization is over, it will remove the duplicates. And in the trash, whatever we have trashed it, it will be available. If you want to permanently delete, you can permanently delete it, right? Otherwise, it will take unnecessarily our space, our cloud space in the mental. So whenever possible times, we can trash it, right? So these are all the available features in the mental, right? And so far, any doubt or so any clarifications? Can I go to the next level? Any clarifications? Okay. Right. Now, going to the most powerful feature of mental, right? So here, for example, I have around 20 to 25 journal articles are there. Suppose if I open my personal, it may be around 200, right? So 200 articles are there. Suppose if I want to find out one particular journal, say for example, which addresses the electrical engineering problem, where the solution is given by the machine learning. So there are two different combinations of areas are there. One is machine learning and another one is electrical engineering problem, right? So out of this 200 references, I go to sketch it out these things, how I can do. There are many ways are there, right? One way is to add the connections and another way is to give a category or adding a tag, right? So here, there is suppose I'm just clicking on a single clicking on that journal. It is opening one thing and there are so many things are here. Here there is a tab is called tags. So in the tags, I can add up. While adding the file itself, I can add up. So it is a deep learning, right? I have added one tag. And another tag I can add. Just it is a review paper, right? And another tag I can add. So it is applying for the electronics problem, right? So it will keep it in ascending order. Same, I can search it over here, right? I can search it over here by typing the name, and I can filter it over here with the tags. So here the filter is available with the author names. Suppose if one author is here, if I am clicking on that, that author paper will come. If the same author is having two papers will come. Just I'm closing it. Right, just IEEE Power and Energy Society one paper. Then okay. Suppose if one author is having two papers, all the two papers will be listed out over here. Then the tags also I can do. These are the tags we created. So if I am clicking on deep learning paper files will come. Right? For to show you the effectiveness, I am going again. Just clear filters and I am coming to this paper. So for this paper also, I'm giving a tag. Just I'm clicking with keep learning. I created this and I closed it. Then I closed this one. Then I'm going here, right? Sorry. Let me synchronize this. Then I'm going for the filter, deep learning filter. 2 files will come. Maybe the spelling mistake I got done. Tags. Okay, it is synchronized. And I closed. Going for the tags. 2 files again. Right? So likewise, I can add the tags. So as many tags I want, I can add it. Up to 16 tags, I think we can add it. So we can add the tags. We can fetch or search the files easily from our database. This is one way. And another way is that we can create the collections. Right? Say, for example, here I create the collection. So new collection, I'm just clicking on. Right? So I'm giving a name for that. So I'm clicking on machine learning. Right? Okay. Then in this machine learning, I want to create the files. Right? There is no references in this collection. So here it is all collections are available. So I can select this. I can drop this one to this machine learning collection. Right? In all references, all the files will be available. If I go to this particular collection, then we can have one thing over. Right? Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. 1 minute. Just students came. I just come back at it. Just a minute. என்னப்பா வேணும் பெறவாயா நான் செமினார்ல இருக்கேன் பெறவா 3:30 மேல வா 3:30 மேல வாயா sorry for the disturbance. Right now if I create this collections, I can drop it over here, right? And another, I can create a level also. Say for example, machine learning is the area, right? I want to create a new collection. I'm clicking on this 3 dots. I'm clicking on this new collection. Then in the new collection, I can write journal. Then another, I can write thesis. Then I can write conference paper, right? So all the things will be added over here. Then I can go to the all references. Suppose if I feel this is the journal paper, I can select this and track it to the journal directly, right? Suppose this is the book. Suppose if this is a book review or book, I can eliminate this. I can bring it to the thesis or conference, whatever it is, right? For demonstration, I'm taking it up. Don't mistake me. Suppose this is the conference paper. I'm just taking it to the conference paper, right? So if I go to the machine learning, all the files will be available. If I go to the conference, only conference will be available. If I go to the journal, only journal will be available. If I go to the thesis, only thesis will be available. So likewise, I can nest it out. I can do the collections. If I come to the all references will be available. Right? Are you able to understand the difference? So we can organize our collections as like we want. So in all references, I have irrespective of any domain. In machine learning, I will have a collections only related to the machine learning. Then in sub collections, I can have it like conference, journal, or thesis. Right? And of course, I can have a new collections with the different journals also. Say for example, I'm having a GEP. GEP is called one of the generation expansion planning. Is one of the very good problem in electrical engineering, right? So where I am working in my research area, right? So I'm adding some references over here. This is one side one power system expansion planning. Here, another way of adding it to the collections. So I selected it. Here I have an export. I can export it to any form. And I can mark it as favorite or unfavorite, read or unread. And I can organize it. I can add it to the collection. So if I am adding it to the collection, it will ask me where I want to add it. So you select this one GP and add. right? It will be added over here, right? Again, I can create the sub collections. I can create a new collection. So this GP can be solved with many algorithms, right? It can be a machine learning algorithm, it can be a deep learning algorithm, or it can be any computational algorithm. Say, for example, I'm using a well-known algorithm with a particle swarm optimization. The one algorithm is there. So I can add up, right? This is the way of nesting our collections, right? It will be quite easy for us to catch where the particular reference is available. Genetic algorithm is one of the popular algorithm which is used for solving the gene. Come to my all references, there may be some genetic algorithm application to the electric powers. Organize it, go to the collections and add it to the gene and add it over here. Then if I come to the GP, GP2 files will show. And if I go to the sub collection, if I go to the sub collection of GA, that only one file will come. Right? This is another way to organize our research material so that we can navigate very easily how to collect that files easily. So you may have thousands of files over here. All the thousands of files over here can be grouped. And not only this collections, what I am doing it, I'm using the Mendeley for maintaining the database of our department. Suppose our departments are 11, 12 faculties are there. All are publishing their own papers. All are grouped into it, and I'm putting it in my Mendeley and creating all the collections. So if you ask me any kind of data, I can simply take it out and I give it to you. Say, for example, 2012 to 23, that academic year, how many papers published from our department? I can give it easily. Just go to that particular collection and take it out. And in any combination you ask me, I can take it out. Say, for example, Karthikeyan, how many papers were published so far from 2022 to 2023? In a whole year, how many papers we published? I can take it from Mendeley. So that is another creative way of using the Mendeley for maintaining our department data. Right? So this is one of the greatest feature of collections. From the collections, we can navigate to the particular area references very easily. Right? Any doubt in this collections? I hope it is very easy to follow. Any doubts? Any clarifications? Right. So favorites I explained, tags I explained, collections I explained. Right, literature, spreadsheet, it will be quite easy. Then groups. Annotations I explained, notebook I explained. Now I am going for groups, how to create groups. Right. Okay. Then coming to here, suppose in our department, JB is around some 4 people are working this. So we will be making a group and we will share our knowledge and we will share our resources with every member of the group. How we are doing it. So I will create a new group. So I will give a name for the team. RIP team. Just to so RIP team. I created a group. Right? If I click on this, there will be no person is available. And it will ask you for the more actions. Right? Manage group, rename group, or delete group. Right? So I'm clicking on manage group. It's opening here. Right? So I am the only one member of this group. Right? So I can add up to 25, including me. So that means that 25 members can be part of this group. I can add or invite the people to join it. So I can invite, right? I can put the email addresses. I can send the email. Say, for example, I want to add my professor, right? So I can add, right? So like this way, I can go up to 24. I'll show you 23 out of 24 is left. I can add up to 25 people and I can send the invite to them. If they are available on the Mendeley, immediately it will ask you to join. If they are not on the Mendeley, it will ask you to create the account on the Mendeley, then we can add it again. So it's just like Google Groups. How we are creating a Google Groups, the same way you can create the groups, right? So if you are creating the group, all the people can share their knowledge, right? So we can give the limitations also. Say, for example, GP RIT team I have, I want my team, that particular team members, can look into my GEP resources. I don't want them to see my machine learning resources. I can do that. So I can give the instructions properly. I can go with the manage group and I can give the instructions properly. I can manage it. So here the settings are there. I can change the settings and everything. I can do it. So by that way, I can give the access to my resources to a particular section. So that is also possible. Why I am stressing this? Sometimes what we will do is we will work on one particular paper with 4 different people, right? So for that paper, we may have some 15 references. So those references I can put it over here, right? So that my team can refer it, right? So unnecessarily, there is no need to go for all the references to be shown to everybody in the group, right? Generally, it will not be looks nice also. So my references will be easier for me to recognize it than the team. So that kind of things we can do it in the groups, right? Clear? So this is about the groups. And then coming to the citation, final. Almost all the things we are doing it for easier way of citations. How to do it, right? Just I opened the web file, right? I open the web file. It is in Microsoft 365. You can have it in Microsoft 2016 or 19 or 21. It's up to you what version you are having, right? If you install Mentalize site, I already told you the Mentalize site will be available. The plugin will be available here, right? That citation plugin. So that citation plugin you have to install. For installing, you need a Microsoft account. You need a Microsoft account. For installing that, you can install it. So once if you are installing it, if you go to the document, in the reference, you can see this. Mentalize site with Mentalize. This tab will be available. You can click on it. It will show my collections, right? Okay, let me refresh it once because earlier I opened it. I have done so many modifications. I have synchronized it, but this is not synchronized over here. So I have referenced once. When I go into references, I go into Mentalize site. Okay. All my references, whichever available, it will be shown here. Be able to see the beauty of that Mentalize site. So here, whatever the reference files I have, all will be available at this place. Okay, I want to go to particular collection, go to the GP. The GP collections will be available here. I want to go to machine learning, the machine learning collections will be here, right? So it's most powerful, right? Okay, how to cite it out? We will come to this. This time going to GP, right? These two I want to cite it out, right? But before that, let me type something over here. Right. This is my demonstration of how to use Mentalize site. So here I want to just insert my citations. Just I insert my citations. It will come over here, right? In which format it is adding, we need to set citation settings. Go to the citation settings, and it is adding in one format. It is in APA format, right? If you want to change the citation type, we can change it. Just I'm changing it to IEEE, right? Update the citation type. It will change it to citation, right? Whatever we can change it. Citation language also we can change it. Suppose if you want to change it to the English India, if it is available, we can change it. right? So that changes, we can do it. Style also we can change it. Size is in the language also we can change it. These are all the references. Okay, here it is added. How to add the bibliography, right? So references, one by one, it needs to be coming over here, right? So that is also possible. At one place, the star is there. This is the references. There is a 3 dots are there, right? Insert bibliography. One option is there. You give this insert bibliography, and will be inserted at the cursor location. You give the content. It will be inserted. Is it clear how I am doing it? Okay, just I'm adding one more. Right, how are you? Right, I just wanted to my machine learning. I'm taking this, right? I'm inserting it. It is added over here, right? Now, one more. How is your life? Just I'm typing it out here. Don't mistake, right? I'm just adding one more citation over here. So this I'm citing it over here. You look at here how the number is changed. Earlier it was 3, now it was 4. Let me show you one more time. It is 3. Are you able to understand? 1, 1, 2, 3. In between, I'm adding one citation. Right? After citation, immediately after synchronization, it changes to 3 and it changes to 4. Right? Okay, here it is changed. How it will change it to here? It is also changed. Are you able to see it over here? Are you able to see it over here? This is the beauty of mentally. So dynamically we can change it in the paper. Automatically the reference is also changed, right? And format also we can change it. That I have shown you. Suppose I want to change it to this to any format. American Medical Association 11th edition. Just I changed. Update citation style. References also will be changed. In the file also it will be changed. Right? In a single go. We no need to worry about whether it is correctly done or wrongly done. It will automatically take care. It will automatically take care. That is the power of memory. And of course, I already told you this feature is available in Microsoft Word 2016 onwards. 2016 onwards. Before that, it is not available. Right? So this is the way to insert our citations into our article. Right? Adding in-text citations, setting the citation style, I can tell you. Adding the bibliography, I tell you. Then coming to the final recap. So far, what are the things we learned? Right? So how to use the mentally? We have seen so many options. First, we have seen about how to install and register mentally. For registration, we need a Scopus registration ID. It is free. We can go to the elsewhere. We can create it. Create account. We not only create elsewhere account, but we create the mentally account. Then for offline installation, we need to install 3 things. One is mentally software. Second one is mentally web importer. Third one is mentally site. So all the 3 we need to install. Then we have seen about the mentally interface. What are the features here, how it will look like. Then we added our references in various ways. How we have added the metadata manually, through GUI number, through PDF file, then through the web importer. Then how we can do the mentally search using the mentally library. So all these things we have done. Then we have imported other references. We can do it with BibTeX. I have not given any examples, sorry for that, but it's quite easy. You can do it very easily. You can add the BibTeX to it and it will add it out. Then how to manage our library. So in that category, we have seen so many things. How to use the favorites, how to use the tags, how to use the collections. Then I have not talked about the catalog spreadsheet. It is very somewhat complex one. Just I left it out. Right? Then how to use the group, how to use the notebook and applications. Right? Then how to make the notes and comments in the. I have opened the file and I have shown you how to add the notes and how to add the comments. Then finally, we have seen how to add the references in the method. Using the in the Word using the method citing plugin. Okay, how to change the style, how to add the in-text citations, how to create the reference list. So all these things we have seen. Okay, right. So I have done with my presentations. If you have any queries, I'm ready to answer. Any queries? If you have any queries, I'm ready to answer. Any questions?
Dear participants, if you have any question, please ask to our sir.
Okay, yeah. Pramila madam has told that only when we try this, we will have doubts. Yeah, you can do it. And if you have any doubts, I'm putting my mail ID in the chat box. You can reach to me, and I will give you my WhatsApp number also. You can note down my WhatsApp number. You can reach to me at any time. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me at any time. You can disturb me at any time. No problem. Right? Any other questions?
Dear participants, please ask any questions.
Yeah, thank you from my side. And if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for me, it is very useful and excellent information for the researchers, sir.
Yeah,
So a very useful one, sir. Excellent topic. So you have given. Dear participants, please kindly utilize Dr. Karthikeyan, sir. He's an eminent researcher and professor in engineering and science department. If you are in need of guest lecture, please kindly utilize him for your concerned college. I think, sir, no question.
Yeah, yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much, sir. Thank you so much
thank you.
for being here, sir. Thank you, participants. Next Monday, only one lecture will be there. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, participants. And
So I will call you in the evening, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, participants. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
The feedback link will be posted in WhatsApp group. Kindly fill up the form. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.